Hi guys, so today I'll be doing a book review on P.S. I Love You by Sophie Helyn. You may know this plotline better as a film with Hilary Swank and Gerard Butler. It's a really popular romantic film, and when I saw it in the shops I was interested to see that it was actually a book first. I didn't know that it was based off a book, so I was really intrigued to read it. I thought I'd actually somehow read it before and just forgotten, but no, I'd never read it before. On Goodreads I gave this 3 out of 5 stars. Overall I wasn't terribly impressed, I think because the film has such high expectations for me. Like, it sets such high expectations, I was expecting more from the book. So this book follows the character Holly, who is she's just become a widow. Her husband's died of cancer, and the book follows her living without him. Now, in the next coming months, she receives letters that her husband wrote for her before he passed away. And each month there's sort of a task or something that she has to achieve or move on with, or something like that. So the plotline, I feel, is really strong. I think it's a really relatable book for a lot of people. I think probably the feelings that Holly is feeling are probably quite relatable to people going through the same thing. I felt like the book had quite a few differences to the film, and because I have watched the film first, I was always comparing it to the film, which is kind of sad in a way. For instance, for example, the book is set in Ireland, whereas in the film, I think it's set in New York, and Jerry and his family come from Ireland and Holly just visits Ireland. Another thing, Holly in the book really does not get on well with Jerry's parents, which is quite sad because I liked how she still had that connection to him, and they could feel the same things. They both lost a very important person in their life. And it's sad that they didn't have that connection in the book. So in this book, Holly meets Daniel, and he is a local bar owner, bartender, and throughout the book you feel like you want them to get together. And that is sort of an ongoing plot line. You feel like at the end they're going to get together. I'm not going to spoil how it ends, but I feel like this book is probably a lot more realistic than the film is. That is how I can sum up this book. I think it's realistic, that some of the things that happen are not the typical happy, cheesy, romantic ending. It is a very realistic plotline. Because I have watched the film first, I couldn't picture the characters any different from the actors. I felt like there wasn't enough character building either in the book for me to be able to change the image of them in my mind. I feel like you get a lot more backstory with the book. Obviously there's more they can put in it, which is quite nice. You get to know more of the characters. So overall, I was left a little bit underwhelmed by this book. I would totally completely recommend it for anyone looking for like a chick lit or romantic book. Especially if you haven't seen the film, I would recommend reading the book first, because I think you'd go into it and come out of it a lot happier. The film, it is just amazing, and I felt like the book in a way doesn't live up to it, even though the book was written first. But overall I really like the story. I like Cecilia's writing, and I'm actually really interested to read and explore some of her other books. So I'll leave my coordinating blog posts below where I go a little bit more in depth, as well as my Goodreads page where you can see what I'm currently reading, and any daily updates that I post on it. So until my next video, I'll see you soon. Bye guys!